Hi everyone, welcome back to the tutorials. As we have already introduced LangGraph, so let's build a chatbot using LangGraph. So for that, let's go to the notebook which I already have prepared. So this is the notebook where we are going to build a chatbot. I already write all the code. I just going to explain this, and I will be sharing the link of this notebook in the description, so you can go and have a look. So first we are going to install those two libraries which are required to build a chatbot. One is LangGraph and the another is LangChain Google GenAI. So this is give us the access to LangGraph library and the other module which we have already discussed in the earlier video, like node, edge, extra, and this give us access to the GenAI model which we are going to use for our chatbot. So I just going to install those two libraries. They are already installed in this notebook. It did not take time. When you do it, it will take some time. So here first we describe a state, class state. As we have discussed in earlier video, this act as an input and output for every node in the LangGraph. So this state store the current state of any LangGraph. It store all the previous conversation and previous replies from the chatbot. So in this message, the conversation is stored in the form of list where we have users queries and the reply from LLM. So with the help of state graph, we built a graph, and this state as we defined here will be act as an input and output for that graph. So just run this cell. After this, you have to provide here your Google GenAI key so that you can use Google Gemini model, and then we have to initiate a chat model. Here I initiated a chat model. It is Gemini 2.0 Flash. So just run this cell. After here, we created a node. As we discussed earlier, node is nothing but just a Python function. Here what this node will do is that it will access the state in which our user queries are stored. Then it will add a new message in that state which will be the reply from LLM. Here we are invoking the LLM and sending the user message to it, and its reply will also stored in that state, and here we are returning it. And we added this node in our graph. So as we earlier defined graph builder variable with the help of state graph, here we have added one node to it which is chatbot. So we have to just run it. After that, we added two more nodes. There are two start nodes and end nodes. Those nodes are default node in the LangGraph. So we just added edge, like the start node will connect with chatbot and the chatbot node will connect with the end node. So our flow is like this. From start, we will go to chatbot and chatbot will reply our query, and then we will end the flow. So we have just run this. After this, once our node and edges are completed, then we compile the graph with the help of compile function, which is also a built-in function from LangGraph module. So after that, we can display our LangGraph to get a visual representation what our flow will look like. So this is our flow. Like from here we start, we ask a query to chatbot, and then the chatbot will reply our query and the flow will be end. So in this cell we going to invoke our LangGraph and see how it's work. So as you can see, here is a function stream graph update which is taking a user input as a function, and we are streaming the graph with the user message, and then we are printing the reply of LLM. So we have to just run this cell, like it's asking for our question. So here we will enter our query, like just I say hi. So what will it do? It will send this query to stream graph. From here the graph will enter to the chatbot and give the query hi, and then the LLM will reply the query of hi, and it will return the response, and the flow will be end. And when we reach here, we will get the reply from hi, how are you, how can I help you today. So this is the response of LLM. So one flow is ended, and here the while loop is running. So it will again ask from the user input till we input quit, exit or queue to end the flow. Here if I enter any other query, it will again invoke the graph and get the response from LLM and print it in the screen. So as you can see, here is the response from LLM. And to quit the while loop, we can just enter Q and enter. So the loop is exited. So this is our just a basic LangGraph to create a chatbot. In our upcoming hands-on project, we are going to build a CRM management project with the help of agents. Before that, in next video we are going to explain you what's the agent, what agents are and how they work. So thank you.